Hey everyone, welcome back to another episode of The Average Uninformed. This week, Disney Plus has launched and we are going to go through it and talk a little bit about The Mandalorian. So grab a drink, sit back, and enjoy. Ooh, are those notes or are those news?
That's just news, baby.
You remember last week we were talking about poppies?
You're talking about Don Cherry?
Yeah.
That's on my list here. Let's talk about it. Let's talk about that.
Yeah. So he got fired for saying something about you people who come here should at least...
I have the quote.
Oh, nice.
Yes. Okay. So first off, I heard that Don Cherry was fired.
Yes.
Don Cherry of Coach's Corner of Hockey Night in Canada. And I think that, like, I don't know the context of it, of like what brought this on, because every time I looked it up, it was only this quote and nothing leading into it. And every video I found started right at the beginning of this quote and ended at the end of it.
Interesting.
So here, anyway, this is what he said. The views of Don Cherry do not represent the views of this podcast. You people, you love our way of life. You love our milk and honey. At least you can pay a couple bucks for a poppy or something like that. These guys paid for your way of life and you enjoy in Canada. These guys paid the biggest price. That's it. That's the quote.
Yeah, like...
And he was fired for it.
Yeah, he was fired because it's like, he's saying you people, you know, and everyone's like, what do you mean you people?
Exactly.
I mean, has a point, but I think the message was right. I think the delivery was poor, but I think the punishment was a little bit too severe.
Well, I think he was asked to apologize.
He wasn't, because there was an interview with him afterwards.
Oh, okay.
And it was at his home. He's like, oh, I didn't find out I was fired until this morning. It was the day after. He didn't get any, no one talked to him. He's like, I would have apologized if I was asked to, but I was just let go.
Yeah. Like, okay. To be clear, I don't really watch hockey that much. So I don't know. I've talked about it with a few people, but apparently like he says you people a lot.
Yeah.
But not in a racist way, but just like you guys on the team, you people, you need to work on that. Like,
yeah,
or whatever. So there's that aspect of it. But yeah, he is generalizing about immigrants.
Plus, to be fair, just you people shouldn't automatically be a racial thing.
You saying it should or shouldn't?
It shouldn't.
I think context is key.
Yeah. There it is.
Yeah. But to be fair, again, I'm white. I don't hear racist slurs thrown at me or even really in general most of the time because I tend to hang out with people who aren't racist on the outside. But I don't hear you people a lot in thrown out as a racist thing. But yeah, I would agree with what you said, though. It's like I kind of agree with his statement. But he is generalizing. It's not the best way he could have said it. And maybe it's too severe, but at the same time, I think maybe they were looking for a reason to get rid of him.
Yeah, I feel like they were like, this isn't the only reason. I feel it's like, you know what? We'll keep him on because people love him. But man, is he ever annoying? He chews with his mouth open all the time. Actually, there's a few like videos of him online, and like someone's trying to like add subtitles to decipher what he's saying. It just doesn't make any sense.
Well, because and that was always his brand, right? And that's what
just
made him a
good
like foil to Ron McLean, his co-host, because Ron McLean is like the nicest guy in the world, and Don Cherry's is like this abrasive, obnoxious, and loud co-host, and so it's like they worked well together. He's always been loud and obnoxious, and he's 85.
There's a joke. There's a joke like article going around that like Fabricland's going to go out of business now because he's no longer on TV.
Right. Look,
if you don't know Don Cherry, he has like very vibrant suits they look like curtains that you see at your grandmother's house or like fabric on furniture.
Yeah. His sport jackets match his personality. They're loud and obnoxious.
Yeah.
Yeah. So he's not wrong in the regard of like, you need to support the troops and it's really easy to buy a poppy, but not every immigrant is not buying poppies. In fact, in my experience, some immigrants care more than the people who were born here. So, What?
I just lost my thought.
Oh, okay. Thought you were gonna like throw out some diatribe.
I bet you like 20 years ago, if he said that on TV, no one would care.
I bet you 20 years ago he did say it on TV. He says it every year.
That's probably true.
Just this time, it's like, you know what? I know it's an annual thing that you say, but
the producer's like, finally, we've gotten to the point in society where we can fire Don Cherry for saying this.
Yeah.
Anyways, sad to see him go, but
I don't really watch hockey, so I don't really care. Like someone was talking to me about it and they're like, so who do you think they should get to replace him? I was like, I don't care if they cancel the show. Like not in like I hate the show now. It's just like it's never mattered to me.
Yeah. It's not relevant to your life.
Yeah.
Moving on.
Victor, you know what I did this weekend? I went to the Santa Claus parade.
Isn't it a little ridiculous that it's November 17th and we're having a Christmas parade?
Yeah,
Santa
that's
Claus
the least of it, Victor.
Oh, okay.
If it's all right with you, I just like to go into a segment I like to call parades are the worst. They suck, Victor.
Why did you go?
Why do you think I went?
Well, I don't think your daughter would have known about it. But she didn't get a newsletter in her email telling her the parade was going on.
It's a nice thing for the family, but they suck so much. I don't know how they do it. Every year they choose the coldest day of the year to hold it. And you're just standing there freezing, watching local businesses walk by with their crappy float that they threw together, which is normally just a truck pulling a flatbed trailer and a bunch of little kids standing on it, waving at you while shivering. And then occasionally there's like a dance troupe who does like a weird, like walking dance. Mm-hmm. And it's just like 60 girls under the age of 12. And which is fine. But then there's like 8 more of them. And you're like, well, it's some really great advertising. Like if I was thinking about picking a dance school, now I have all these options to think about. The kids kind of like it, but the entire time they're just like complaining about how cold they are or that Elmo didn't come to them to give them candy.
Wait, Elmo gives out candy?
Yeah, man. You know, like people dress up in mascot costumes and that they just bought from Halloween land
on
Spirited Halloween.
November 1st and they have all their discounts.
Oh, they suck so much. You know what would make them even better? Is if each float had a number counting down how many more floats were left.
Do you really want to know that though?
Yes, because if it was like
start and it's like 74,
that's fine. Because then you can count down with it, right? Because like by the time you're like, I'm about done, but at the same time you're like, well, we should wait for Santa. We've waited this long because Santa Claus is always the last float, right? And it's always like the one they spent the most money on.
How was it?
Not worth it. But yeah, they should count down. So it's just like, okay, there's 5 more floats. And then you could tell your kid that when they're like, I'm cold. And just be like, there's just 5 more floats. We can make it 5 more floats.
Do you think that would actually stop them though?
From complaining?
Yeah.
No, but it gives you like, it's a light at the end of the tunnel. Because when you're in there, you're just like, you don't know how many floats are left. And yeah, it's the worst. And you're standing in a crowd. Crowds are the worst.
That is true. I do hate crowds.
And I just look around and I see people who are like drinking their Tim Hortons caps and then they're just like, oh, no one sees me. I'm just going to leave it right here on this windowsill and walk away. It's just like, come on, man.
Some people suck, especially near Christmas.
Especially at parades. Yeah, it's the worst, Victor. Parades suck.
Yes, I agree.
Yeah.
Although I wouldn't have needed to go to tell you that.
How many, like, I would like to know the statistics of like how many sales people get or like new clients they get from advertising at a parade.
If I was forced to go to a parade, I would make it a point to not go to the businesses that participate in the parade. Making me go to this shit.
There was one funny part though, because there was a marching band and they had there was a lady who was leading them like with the rod, but her rod was an umbrella, and she was doing this like skipping dance, like that was kind of high energy jig thing. And she had a smile on her face, but her eyes were just like, I can't believe I made this decision to do the jig. She just, I have to do this down the entire main street. She just looked dead inside, but her face was like, just big old smile.
Actually, all this talk about, wait, you went downtown for this, right?
Yeah.
So, yeah, I wouldn't enjoy that parade ever. I've been to it twice. I hated it both times. But the parades that you get like in small towns.
Oh, I didn't go to Toronto. I went.
Oh, those are fun because like they're usually a little bit more creative with theirs. Like, yeah, you get the truck and the flatbed and the people on it, but then there's like, I don't know. I feel like they're a little bit more creative because like you can tell it's a small town thing.
Yeah.
It's got a lot more character to it.
I guess so.
Because I saw one last year with, I can't remember her name. Someone I was seeing. And it was like, it was really sweet. Like they had a bunch of kids and they were like pulling this little, like a bunch of like this bunch of ropes tied to this giant wagon they made. And it was pretty cool. It was adorable. And there was actual small businesses that were like doing proper advertising.
Yeah. Instead of like Kojiko, just supplying a trailer with no like Christmas decorations to it whatsoever. It's just a white trailer with a Kojiko logo on the side.
Like I'd say the equivalent of like, you know, you do like a class project where kids actually care about the topic.
Yeah.
And then there's the kids that are doing it just the bare minimum. Yeah, that's the comparison I'd make.
You know, it's funny. I when I lived in Brampton, their parade, they had the giant balloons, like the, you know what I mean? Stuff like that.
Yeah.
So they had that, but I think it was like ornaments or something like that. It was cool, except for we were standing right by an overpass, so it was too tall. And so it was so funny because it was obviously it was maybe the first year they had done it. So they or at least that route or something like that. They had no idea what to do when they got there. And so they had to like pull it down, and then it was still too tall. And so it's like they had to deflate it a little bit. That made the parade interesting.
Can you imagine?
Still
just
freezing
like,
though.
Imagine just like, yeah. Let's just wing the route this year. Oh, Dave wants a giant balloons. That'd be cool. Yeah, for sure. Let's see what happens.
I'm sure that's when like the coordinator was like, "Don't they have giant balloons?" We'll figure it out. Anyway, Victor, that has been the segment. Parades are the worst. Follow us on Instagram.
Can't believe we've talked that long about parades.
Dude, they suck. Yeah, they're the worst. I hate being cold and in a crowd.
I mean, there's probably worse things, right?
Warm in a crowd?
Yeah, hot in a crowd.
Yeah, that's
super gross.
And like the guy's breathing on you behind you, being like, and you just feel his hot breath every time. For
some reason, you get the one guy that just eating the onion sandwich.
Yeah. Yeah, that would be the worst.
Anyways.
Did you have a good week, Victor?
I did. Oh, you know what made it super awesome? They released the Sonic redesign.
Oh yeah, the new Sonic trailer came out. Yeah. What did you think of it, Victor?
I 100% believe that the first trailer was like a publicity stunt. There's no way that like this second trailer looks like a completely different movie. Okay, yeah, like same visuals, but like the mood felt completely different. It like this trailer looked fun. It made the movie actually look enjoyable. Not good, but enjoyable.
No. Jim Carrey still looks really funny in it, but it's just why are we doing this? Why are we doing another? Let's take a famous cartoon character and put him in the real world. Never seen that before.
Maybe they're doing it because that's a safe way to do it because they've done that so many times.
No, it's the cheap way to do it. That's
why. I'm excited. I'm going to go watch it just because they did such a good job at redesigning Sonic. And I would owe them that. They can have my
I didn't complain. Well, I did complain about it, but I didn't start a hashtag. I didn't bully the studio into changing it. I was just like, it looks terrible.
But like they clearly cared enough. That's like, okay, shit, fans really don't like it. So we should do Sonic justice. Even if, I don't know. I like to think that they would have changed it even if they didn't start that petition. I'm assuming it wasn't a petition that changed their minds, but still.
Yeah, I don't know.
What if it comes out and it's awesome?
Then I'll eat some crow. But
I don't know what that means, but sure.
But yeah, as of right now, it kind of just looks like middle of the road, leaning towards bad video game movie where
you don't think there's a chance it could be a next Detective Pikachu?
No.
Why? Because there's no Ryan Reynolds?
No, because Jim Carrey is playing a cartoon character where it's supposed to be the only cartoon character in it is Sonic, which is fine. I love Jim Carrey when he's playing a cartoon character.
Okay, I was just like, but that doesn't sound like a negative to me.
I'm just saying that like it's going to be weird. Like they're going to be competing against each other. You know what I mean?
I guess.
Yeah. Maybe I just don't like Sonic.
It sounds like
I wasn't a Sega kid. It looks more like him.
Yeah.
I don't know why they didn't do that to begin with. But.
Because they're idiots, Josh. Because they thought, oh, there's a video game character, but what if we made it slightly realistic, but still give him red shoes, just not the same red shoes that he would have in the game?
Oh, and I got it. In the trailer, we'll play Gangster's Paradise. You know, because Sonic is a gangster.
Oh, yeah. I don't know. The movie, like, it's like they abandoned all like the serious stuff and just went with all just made him goofy. Cocky,
I feel like that was always the original cut for the second trailer. They've just updated the shots.
I see.
Yeah.
Well, either way, blows the first trailer out of the water. Makes the first one look like a drug addict wearing a Sonic costume.
Okay. Well, Victor, speaking of video game movies, the Uncharted movie, starring Tom Holland.
All right.
Mark Wahlberg has joined the cast as Sully.
What the fuck? Why? No.
Okay, that was basically my reaction. Because, like, why? Like, it's just a down and out miscast.
Sully's going to be huge. You're not going to ask him to slim down.
Mark Wahlberg. I've never heard him play anything other than Boston, right? And that doesn't sound anything like Sully.
You remember the guy they picked for that fan-made movie?
Not Scott Lang. Something
who played
Lang.
the general in in Avatar.
What's his name? Not Andrew Yang. That's a presidential candidate.
Lang. It is Lang.
It's Lang, yeah. Stephen Lang.
Sure, let's go with that. Yeah, why
like, I get that they're doing younger, so it doesn't have to be old guy. Mark Wahlberg is kind of the age that he should be. I think he's a little old, to be honest.
Mm-hmm.
But just get someone grizzled. Get someone who looks like they smoke cigars every day.
And the mustache. He's not going to have... I can't picture Wahlberg with a mustache.
Yeah, watch the movie Shooter, where he grew a beard. He didn't grow a beard.
Oh, okay.
It's real patchy. I could grow a better beard.
Oh, damn, that's saying something. Oh, that's such a terrible cast.
Yeah.
Is this the same guy that's casting for the Batman? Man, I was so happy with their Tom Holland casting. It's like, all right, they got this. And now they just shit the bed.
It's not that I don't like Mark Wahlberg.
Yeah.
And I don't want him in this movie. It's Sullivan is not the right character for him. Like, cast him as Elena. That would be closer.
I was just going to make that joke.
Hey, Nate, say hi to your mother for me.
Some root beer on your chair now.
Sorry. Stupid casting. Anyway, should we go into our comic book movie portion of the news, Victor?
I didn't realize it was a portion, but
Yeah, I just noticed we always talk about comic book movies.
I feel like that's
So
just
it's a section now.
okay.
Let's get it all out of the way at once. Let's start with release the Snyder Cut.
Oh crap! This is still going on.
This is still going on, and not only that, they now have this past couple weeks. Ray Fisher, who played Cyborg. He's been posting black and white photos that were not in the movie, but like part of the Snyder Cut with the hashtag release the Snyder Cut. Jason Momoa has been doing that as well. Today, Gal Gadot and Ben Affleck also did it.
What the hell does Ben Affleck care?
Everyone else's was like, there's a blurb that they wrote as well. And Ben Affleck's is just like hashtag. It's obvious he does not control his social media. And they're like, so Mr. Affleck, what did you want to say with the photo? It's like, I don't care.
You know what that reminds me of? There was a bunch of like behind this. There's a bunch of memes was like how you prepare for like your superhero role. And it shows one with like Gal Gadot like working out. And then the next image is Ben Affleck's outside smoking. And it does that with all the other ones. So it's like one with Jason Momoa like working out or running or like eating healthy.
Ben Affleck eating a sandwich.
No, he's just out there. It's just, yeah. That's what it reminds me of.
Yeah.
Everyone's putting all this effort and Ben Affleck's like, yeah, all right.
So Zack Snyder himself has also been posting a bunch of black and white photos from the Snyder Cut. It's made people think that they're gearing up for an announcement. There has been rumors that because HBO Max is coming out.
Yeah.
And Warner Brothers is a big deal with that, I guess. I don't know. They're putting like the DC All Access stuff on there. Like, so that people are speculating that they're going to do some version of the Snyder Cut on the,
I'd be curious. I would watch that.
You know what? At this point, I would too. Like when we rewatched Batman v Superman, I was like, this is horrible. This is extremely disappointing. But like, he makes a pretty looking movie, and I'd like to see what he was intending to go to. But at the same time, I'm not like banging on Warner Brothers' door, being like, "You screwed us over. Give us the Snyder Cut."
I would like, because I thought about it before. And it's like maybe he's just like going really dark with this, and then bring everything down, dreary and like shitty, and everyone sucks. And then Flashpoint happens, fixes the timeline. Everyone's like super cheerful. Superman's happy. Batman's not murdering people. But
you can just flip that switch, right?
Yeah, do all the weird stuff.
Yeah. Oh, by the way, if you don't know what we're talking about, Justice League, when it came out, Zack Snyder was famously fired, I guess. He left the project halfway through, and Joss Whedon came in and finished the movie.
Oh, no. He left because his daughter committed suicide?
That is the story.
Yeah. Oh.
There has been rumors and speculation that he was out before then, and that was the public thing they said. So it wasn't like we fired him. It was he needs to spend more time with his family.
Anyways, let's fuck this movie up. Joss Whedon, get in here.
Yeah, the rumor was that they were disappointed with him after Batman v Superman came out, and it was just like, we thought you were a genius. It turns out you're an idiot. So we're gonna fire you.
Those exact words.
And take over, and we're gonna hire the guy we wanted in Avengers. Let's hire the guy who made Avengers. It's not like those are completely different tones. It's not like gonna make a Frankenstein of a movie.
It's a movie, right? This guy directs movies. This guy directs movies. How can you? What's the difference?
Oh, and by the way, if you could have it out before the end of the year, otherwise us producers don't get our tax cuts. So yeah, we're going to need it out by November.
That'd be great.
Thanks. Yeah. Hi. I'm just imagining Bill Lumbergh as the producer of Justice League. Yeah, we're going to need Superman to shave his mustache. That would be great.
Joke about that. That's not far-fetched at all. What's that movie called? Office Space?
Office Space, yeah.
In case you don't know the reference, you should watch that movie.
Yeah, we're also going to need Flash and Cyborg to dig up a dead body. Yeah, thanks.
That's totally reasonable.
Why don't you just go ahead and...
Anyway, Josh, what else you got?
Sorry. Oh, boy. Okay. Okay, moving on to Marvel. Victor, Disney announced a bunch of dates coming up, and 5 of those are Marvel movies.
Whoa, really?
So October 7th, 2022, February 17th, May 5th, July 28th, and November 3rd of 2023, all untitled Marvel movies coming out.
Black Panther 2, probably.
Well, we know the Black Panther 2 date is May 6th, but there's 2 dates we already knew, but don't have movies attached to them. February 18th and July 24th.
I don't know if the characters are going to be like introduced in those movies that we do know about. You know, they introduced Black Panther in Civil War. Mm-hmm. I wonder if it's going to be the same thing where they introduce new characters in other people's movies.
Yeah, I don't know.
That'd be cool. I like that.
And these are all movies, by the way. These are like theatrical things. So this is not like it could end up being a Disney Plus show. Yeah. Like these are all theatrical releases. So there's tons of stuff that it could be. It could be X-Men. It could be Fantastic Four. Nova has been rumored.
Yeah, boy.
Blade doesn't have a release date, although we don't know if that's a Disney Plus show or a movie.
What do you would you want that as a movie?
I don't know. It almost works better as a show, I would think, but
like a Monster of the Week kind of thing.
Sort of, yeah. I don't know. So what do you think, Victor? You excited about that?
Yeah, no, it's too far away. Honestly, I'm a little bit burnt out after Endgame.
Yeah,
I'm excited for new Marvel movies, but like I think the characters I care about are gone.
I still like Thor.
No, I do too, but
I like Hawkeye, but it's like knowing his show is coming doesn't make me go like, ooh, I can't wait.
Yeah.
I like Doctor Strange as well and Spider-Man, but
like I think the only thing I'm excited for is Moon Knight.
Yeah.
I don't actually care about any of the other movies right now.
Yeah, and it's also like the rumors I've heard about the movies coming out. I'm more excited about the rumors, but they could also be 100% not true. So like, I'm really excited about Namor showing up in Black Panther 2. Mm-hmm. Could not be happening at all. So like, yeah, so I could be up for some disappointment in the future, but that's okay.
That's life, baby.
My whole life is a disappointment. Just ask my parents. What? No, you said something. I remember the days when movie studios would plant these flags for like release dates in the future, but they wouldn't tell anyone. But now it's like, hey, we're making a movie 5 years from now. Oh shit! Flip stable. Yeah!
Conference room just loses his shit.
I can't wait for Untitled Marvel Movie 4.
Someone pulls a gun and starts shooting.
Yeah! So excited. Last thing in comic book movie news, Victor. There's a series on GQ, I think it is. It's called Actors on Actors.
Oh, yeah.
And so Chris Evans and Scarlett Johansson were the pairing in
Makes
question
sense.
for this video. And inevitably, they ended up talking.
Inevitably.
They started talking about Marvel movies and their experience on that. And Scarlett Johansson asked Chris Evans if he would never, ever come back to playing Captain America. And he said, you know what? Never say never. It's not a hard no, but it's not an eager yes.
Oh,
and
okay.
then I'll just paraphrase because I didn't write the quote down, but he was basically saying like, they work so hard to give him a proper ending. He's like really protective of it. He doesn't want to ruin that.
Yeah.
And
like that's a very good way to end it.
Mm-hmm.
I think bring it back.
As bittersweet as it is. Yeah.
I don't want to see Captain America again.
No,
Not really.
I would only like to see him if it's a flashback to World War II.
I don't even want to see that.
No,
Maybe it's like
not like as him as the star or anything like that. But like if it's like, well, we have Falcon and the Winter Soldier coming up. If Bucky has a dream about World War II or whatever and Cap's in it, that's fine.
This is not a dream. It's a nightmare. Oh, God, they're in the trees.
Just hear the helicopters flying. That would have been Never mind. It doesn't work. They didn't have Apache helicopters in World War II.
But like, yeah, I don't know. Like, yeah, flashbacks, maybe. I don't know. It'd be nice to have like the lasting visual of Cap be him on that bench as an old dude. Oh wait, no, it'd be him with Peggy dancing, I guess would be the last one.
Yeah.
It'd be like if they, I don't know. I would prefer if they just stayed away from showing Cap again.
As I said, I'd like to see him in a flashback, but if that never happens, I'm satisfied. Oh, or if Namor shows up in World War II, I'd like that.
Oh, that'd be cool.
Anyway. Yeah, I agree with him. Good on you, Chris Evans. Way to be a smart artist.
And thanks for listening, Chris.
Well, Victor,
shall we move on to the topic of the week?
Should we talk about that?
So, Disney Plus came out this week.
Sure did.
Did you get a chance to look through everything they had?
Yeah, a little bit.
There is a surprising amount of stuff that I wasn't expecting on there. Gargoyles is on there.
Yeah, that's exciting.
Oh, so you guys don't know. Disney released their own streaming service similar to Netflix called Disney Plus. It has a bunch of shows by Disney, movies by Disney. And after the Fox merger, there's a bunch of Fox shows and movies on there as well. Like Simpsons. All 30 seasons are on there.
Yeah, I watched the first episode. Apparently they're into some hot water a little bit over that because they wanted everything to be widescreen, but the first probably 20 seasons or so were made to be in 4:3. So they either stretched the frame so that it fits widescreen.
What? Why?
Or they just zoomed in. And there was a few times people posted on Twitter where like the visual gag is lost. So like, for example, like the one I saw was they're taking like a Duff brewery tour and they have 3 giant vats of like Duff Light and Duff Dark or something like that.
Yeah.
And the joke is that there's just like one pipe and it all just goes into the 3 vats. So they're exactly the same. But because they zoomed in to make it 16:9 or whatever.
Yeah.
You can't see the joke anymore.
What's the point? Why would they even bother doing that? Because like Friends, it's the first however many, it's all of it. It's shot in 4:3, but they just added black bars to the side.
I don't know. I think maybe they thought people want to see it widescreen, but they want everything to be the same. I guess I don't know, but
idiots.
I think they'll find out that people don't care.
I watched the first episode of season 20, I think, because I just picked a season that I know I haven't seen. All the characters have like a dark halo around them.
A dark halo?
Yeah.
Like around the entire
character.
Almost
like a drop shadow.
Interesting.
Yeah. I thought that was strange. It's really distracting.
Season 20. That was what, 10 years ago? Jeez. I wonder if they were on computer by then. They probably would have been.
There's no way they wouldn't be.
Oh, you never know. Because like Family Guy at that point, I think that was still hand drawn. Wait, I don't know. I imagine it was a big ordeal to get all their assets onto a computer. So it would have been so much easier going from hand drawn to computer. Anyway, so Simpsons is on there. X-Men animated series is on there. I was excited about that.
Iron Man, the animated series, isn't on there.
Yeah, it is.
Is it?
Yeah.
Oh.
I thought I saw it.
I went into the Marvel section. I looked at it. I couldn't find it.
You know what I'm realizing just now? What? I can't hear myself in my headphones. I couldn't the entire episode. I'm just realizing now.
Okay.
Anyway.
So you're just wearing those for
no reason, and they hurt.
Why are you still wearing them then?
Well, they only hurt when they're on my ears.
Okay. Let me rephrase that. Why are you wearing them and they're not on your ears?
I don't understand the question.
Okay. Moving on.
Yeah, I watched an episode of Even Stevens this week. Do you remember that show?
I remember it. I've never seen it.
Oh, really? Mm-hmm. It was kind of interesting because like Shia LaBeouf was like 12.
Oh, wait. Was he also in Boy Meets World?
No.
Okay.
A little before his time. But anyway, it's just interesting watching him because he is so effortlessly funny. Like even as a kid, like you could tell that he was going to go places, like looking back at it.
And then you see him now.
Yeah.
Kind of weird.
He's in a new movie he wrote and I think directed called Honey Boy. It's about his dad and the abusive relationship he had with him.
Oh, I
really
think I
wanna
saw
see it.
something about that.
Yeah. Anyway, did you check out anything else on Disney Plus?
I'm actually working through Jack Ryan season 2 right now.
So once again, you had something to do this week and you decided to deviate from the list.
I mean, I did what I was supposed to do.
Yeah, all we're doing this week is watching Disney Plus and talking about it. All right, I'll watch Amazon Prime.
Hey man, Jack Ryan, I think it might be my favorite show.
Yeah, I know how you feel about John Krasinski.
It's not just John Krasinski.
It's the writing too, okay? And his abs. His analyst abs.
Anyway, that doesn't matter.
What was I going to say? Oh, I watched some Marvel stuff. Like there's some documentaries they had on there, like Expanding the Universe was one of them.
Oh yeah, I looked at that. Didn't watch it.
Oh. Yeah, there's just some new concept art for. Are you on it right now?
Yeah, I'm just kind of browsing. Just like there's definitely shows that I was like, here's to check out. Like it's on my I've added to like a list.
Mm-hmm.
Oh god, Avatar's on there. Under hit movies is the first one. That's upsetting.
It made a lot of money.
Yeah,
it was the #1 movie for a long time until this year.
Yeah, but like it also is in theaters for like what 8 months.
There was a reason though. People kept going to see it.
People still kept going to see Endgame. They didn't announce that in theaters for like ever.
Yeah, but like it's petered out. Anyway,
petered out my ass.
You know what I really liked about Disney Plus is I signed up the first day, right?
Yeah.
And so there was like all those outages and stuff like that. I was one of the ones who was affected by it.
Mm-hmm.
But when I was playing, like stuff would buffer.
Yeah.
Because everyone is using the servers.
Mm-hmm.
I like that their buffering thing because it'll stop, but the audio will keep going. But then
is that what happens?
But then when it goes back, it goes back to where the video stopped. Because you know how like sometimes like with online videos, it just suddenly like the video just catches up to the audio and you like miss stuff. Mm-hmm. I love that this goes back to where it initially froze.
I noticed it froze. I thought it was just the server screwing up. Mm. So I turned the PS4 off and I restarted it. I didn't even give it a chance.
Well, apparently 10 million people signed up the first day.
That's fair. It's a very reasonable amount of people.
That's quite a bit.
Yeah. Oh, we watched Fantasia a little bit. I watched like the first 40 minutes of it. Never seen that movie before.
Really?
Yeah.
What'd you think?
Is it just a demo reel? Is it just a really long demo reel?
Yeah.
Oh, that makes a lot of sense.
Well, not a demo reel, but it was just basically they wanted to let the animators animate to music. And so they chose a bunch of songs to do and they animated to them.
So demo reel.
I guess. I don't know, but it's like more than one person working on it.
It's demo reel for the studio.
Yeah, sure.
Oh, that's good. That's cool.
It won an Academy Award, I think.
That makes sense. Ooh, Rogue One. Oh yeah, I want to watch that again.
All right. You know what's funny? Just scrolling through stuff. It's like nostalgia, the streaming service, basically. Like I feel like that's what everyone is really excited about. It's not that it's like, ooh, we're gonna get all this original content. It's not like, ooh, the Mandalorian's really good or whatever. It's like, oh, I get to watch DuckTales again. Oh,
mine was strictly Mandalorian. Like, I don't care for the Marvel movies right now. I've seen them all. Yeah, I have most of them.
But you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like everyone is just super excited to watch Goof Troop again and like Gargoyles.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Hannah Montana's on there.
I know, right?
Camp Rock, what the hell?
That's So Raven.
Teen Beach 2.
Boy Meets World is on there. I'm excited about that. I heard Malcolm in the Middle is on there as well. I haven't found it.
Oh, really? They have a section called Throwbacks. Come on. The entire service is a throwback.
The only thing not on it is The Mandalorian.
Spider-Man. Oh, all the Spider-Man TV shows are on there. Spider-Man Unlimited, which people hated. I loved it.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Well, anyway, this podcast has just become what you can find on Disney Plus.
It's just us going through it. I don't know. There's a lot of like cool stuff. Like I don't know. Like for someone like me that's never seen all the Disney movies, this is perfect. I can go and watch the things that apparently I was supposed to watch when I was a kid.
Yeah. Did you hear that they've added an advisory warning to some of the Disney movies because of outdated cultural interpretations? I think.
Don't think that we need that kind of warning.
I think some people do.
Bunch of nerds.
So anyway, like the end of Dumbo, where the crows are very clearly terrible black stereotypes.
That's awesome.
Yeah. So I like that they did that. If that's the lesser of two evils between them not putting it on the service or putting on like a warning at the beginning of it saying like, just so you know, we're not racist anymore. At the time, it was okay to be racist when this movie came out. I would prefer that because there's a movie I don't think they'll ever release called Song of the South, where one of the main characters is a happy old slave. Good old Uncle Remus. Yeah, I don't think they'll ever release that, but I would rather them just release it and be like, yeah, we made this, but you know, it was a long time ago and it was in bad form, but this is us.
There is a section on here which has just like a bunch of like short animations. Mm-hmm. What is that? Do you remember what that was called?
I believe it's just called Shorts.
Spark Shorts. There it is. That seems interesting to me. Yeah. This is just like a bunch of like animated shorts.
Yeah, because Disney and Pixar tend to release shorts in front of their movies when they come out. And it's kind of a collection of those. Anyway, Victor, shall we talk about The Mandalorian?
Fuck yeah.
So The Mandalorian was Disney's kind of selling point, I guess, for the series. For the
streaming service.
That was the word I was looking for. For the service. Yeah, The Mandalorian was. Mm-hmm. What? You talk now.
Yeah, it's like they're a big hit for the service launch.
What is it, Victor?
It is their selling point. It is their.
Thanks for tuning in this week, guys. This has been the average on it for.
Well, I feel like this is like a two-part thing. Like, hey, we have this new streaming service. Check it out. We have this wicked show. Please like Star Wars again. We know we screwed up. Because it stars a Mandalorian. I don't know what he is. Is Mandalorian like a race? Is it like a clan?
You're asking the wrong guy, man.
Son of a bitch. So he dresses like Boba Fett.
Yeah.
But he's not Boba Fett.
He's basically Boba Fett, but actually good at what he does.
Whoa! Shit. He has a flamethrower on his wrist. He has a grappling hook. The only thing he's missing is a jetpack. He still has like the cape, but he's a bounty hunter, like Boba Fett. He doesn't say very much, like Boba Fett. But anyways, this show follows the Mandalorian, who doesn't have a name at this point.
Oh yeah, I guess he doesn't.
No. Huh. And he's a bounty hunter.
To be fair, I haven't caught anybody's name in this show because it's always just like a bunch of syllables thrown together. It's like, hey, my name's Dax Light Snack.
Dax Light Snack? That's what you came up with?
What's up?
I like that these episodes are kind of short. The first chapter was 39 minutes. Mm-hmm. The second one was only 32.
Yeah.
And they're releasing these every Friday.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I don't know how many chapters or episodes they're going to have.
I think it's an 8-part series.
Oh, crap. This is going to be a long month.
But you know what I really like about it? It feels a lot like a Western.
Yeah. Well, even the first like musical cue is Western, kind of a Westerner feel.
Oh yeah. Yeah. I really like the score for this show too. Same guy who did Black Panther.
Oh shit. All right.
What was I going to say? I really like that. Like nothing happens in each episode. Like it's not overloaded with plot and dialogue. It's just, hey, we have a mission for you. And then he goes and does the mission. And then the next episode is, oh, while you were gone, someone broke into your ship. Deal with it.
Yeah.
And that's the episode.
And like this feels like the studio saying, hey, clearly you know how to make a TV show or movie better than we do. So however you want to tell the story, go for it.
This is Jon Favreau, who actually he wrote them all.
Oh.
He's the creator of the show. I noticed he didn't direct the first one or the second one, but he's written every episode.
Okay.
He must be an executive producer. I guess he would be if he was the creator.
The show is just really well done. Like in every scene, every shot looks beautiful in this. It's very iconic. Yeah,
the CGI on it is sometimes more so with like the characters. You can kind of tell that they're CGI when they are. But
some of them look like puppets though.
Some of them are puppets.
Or they could be 3D animated to look like puppets. Ooh.
No, some of them are puppets.
Okay, fine.
What was I going to say?
Actually, before we talk about it, probably going to be spoilers in this. Are we going to spoil it? We probably are.
I mean, what is there to spoil? I guess there's some stuff to spoil.
I don't know. Like, I think if you're going to watch this show, like the big thing at the end of the first episode,
yeah,
I wouldn't want it.
You know what? Let's just avoid talking about that then.
Okay.
The CGI, what I was saying is like this. Some of like the characters, like the mount that he rode in the first episode. I don't remember what that creature was called.
Yeah, I don't know.
Just wasn't up to par with a bunch of the other stuff. Like a lot of the stuff looks really good, and I assume a lot of the backgrounds and stuff are CGI. Those are seamless, so that's great.
I even like the description for the show that they've written is so minimalistic. After the fall of the Empire, a lone gunfighter makes his way through the lawless galaxy.
Ooh.
That's it. There's nothing.
That's because nothing's going to happen in the show, and I'm fine with that. So
this takes place after Star Wars Episode 6, right?
Return of the Jedi? Is that Episode 6?
Yeah.
Then yes.
So this is before Episode 7. So I wonder if anyone from Episode 7 is going to show up. The new trilogy is going to show up in this. Probably not, right?
Well, how big of a gap is it between the two? I guess 25 years or something. However.
Oh yeah, I guess it could be that long.
Yeah. Anyway, actually, I noticed a mistake in the show.
Yeah.
There is one scene they flipped. They mirrored it because he wasn't doing the action in the right direction, and so they flipped it. So he was doing the action in the right direction, except for he has an asymmetrical costume. So I could tell right away.
Interesting.
This shot's only like half a second long, but I was like, oh, something's wrong. And I went back and it was flipped.
So the Mandalorian is played by Pedro Pascal.
Yep.
He was Prince Shit, whatever his name was.
His name was Prince Shit?
Yeah, I think so. He played a role in Game of Thrones, Prince Oberon.
Okay.
And in Kingsman, The Golden Circle, he was Whiskey.
I was going to guess Whiskey.
Whiskey.
Because they were all named after drinks, right?
Mm-hmm. And in The Mandalorian, he plays the Mandalorian, according to IMDb.
Oh.
Did they just not give him a name then, I guess?
I guess not, which I kind of like. It's kind of like the Fistful of Dollars, Good, Bad, the Ugly type thing.
Yeah.
Man with no name.
Yeah, I like that. It's episode 2. I think maybe the first 5 minutes, there's not a single piece of dialogue.
Oh, really? Yeah, I guess there isn't.
Yeah.
Until the Ugnaught shows up and he's like, I have spoken.
Yeah.
Another really thing I like about this show a lot, Victor, is all of the Star Wars of it is stuff I recognize.
Yeah.
Like, you know, they're not trying to reinvent or create new things. It's all like aliens that I've seen before, and it's just kind of it really helps to expand the universe without making it feel like you're a foreigner in it, if that makes sense. Mm-hmm.
You know how like all those movie pitches I've made in the past few episodes of this podcast, where it's like, oh, we just scale it from like a big blockbuster thing down to
the
like
same movie pitch, but within a different genre.
Yeah. This is it. This is it.
He's not locked in a house.
No, but it's not like a galaxy-wide trek every episode.
No.
And it's not like
you are absolutely
saving
right.
the world from like a blue beam in the sky.
Isn't it funny how like all they did was dumb down the plot? Like I was thinking about it while I was watching the second episode. I was like, I could have written this. And, like I probably could have, but like, isn't that funny that like that's what everybody was wanting again? Like we've gotten so up our own butts about like complex plots and diverse characters with, you know, deep backgrounds and stuff like that. And it's like, you know what? It's kind of nice just to watch a guy we have no idea who he is and just watching him do a thing.
Because at one point you see him, he's facing the camera. Like we're in the cockpit of the ship. He's facing the camera and he's just piloting the ship. But there's a character just in the background kind of talking to him. But it's not a back and forth conversation. It's just the character talking and expecting a response. But it's like, I feel like you kind of get a really good idea of who the Mandalorian is just from that like scene.
Less is more, Victor.
Yeah.
And then they do you one better is that guy says, I got to go to the bathroom. And so he goes to the bathroom and he starts rummaging through his stuff. And you learn so much about the Mandalorian without them having to tell you, because it's just like, oh, look at all the guns he has. Oh, look at all the other bounties he has lined up. Like, look at all, like, this is his ship. This is obviously where he lives when he's not, you know, on a planet. You were literally rummaging through his closet with that character. And you're just like, I know who this guy is now.
It's like an embarrassing piece of lingerie.
Yeah.
In his eyes.
Like, whoa. Why does he have a bunch of pink thongs?
And like, just like Judge Dredd, you never see his face. At least you've never seen his face yet. I don't know if we're ever going to, because that's like a thing that they mentioned. It's like, oh, Mandalorians never take off their helmets or something like that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so. It was weird when he went to like the Mandalorian Enclave and there's like those little kids running around with helmets on. That was weird.
Did I miss that?
They were just kind of in the background, like as he walked through the scene, like there was kids running around. Like when he goes and takes the special metal to the blacksmith.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, there's already a season 2 image of him.
Yeah.
And his entire armor is made out of that metal.
So the first. Yeah, I wish they didn't show that, because I've seen that image. So when you first see the Mandalorian, he's got like pretty beat up bits of armor. His helmet's super shiny. It's like chrome. But then you find out, like, after he gets his first bounty, he gets his like really rare metal and he gets like a shoulder piece replaced and it's all nice and shiny, just like his helmet. Mm-hmm. But yeah, they released a season 2 image and all of his armor is replaced.
Yeah.
So
guess he's getting paid.
I kind of like his little like beat up look. I don't know if I like the chrome look.
Yeah, I'll have to see it in motion. Mm-hmm. So it doesn't look like what's her face from the new trilogy.
Yeah,
what's her face? Captain
Plasma. Is it really? Plasma was a joke.
No, Plasma was real.
Oh no. That name sucks. Yeah, I think it was after like that first scene in the bar, which you kind of see in the trailers, really set the tone of that show. But like at that point, I was like, oh yeah, I know what? That's my Halloween costume next year for sure.
Yeah,
yeah, the bartender.
Oh, the bartender.
No. I've been wanting like a Halloween costume that's kind of challenging to make, and I think I can do that.
Yeah. So not challenging enough then.
No, challenging enough that I can do it, but probably cry over in frustration as I'm trying to polish this piece of crap.
You're going to start way too late too.
Oh yeah, probably.
Yeah. You should start now.
I should.
Yeah, but you're not going to.
Probably won't.
Is there anything you didn't like about the show?
Didn't like? No, actually I don't. I don't know if like it's kind of a weird consistency so far. Like, I don't know if it's because chapter 1 is kind of like a pilot, so they made it a little bit longer.
Yeah.
It's 7 minutes longer. I thought they were all gonna be like 39 minutes, 42 minutes. But I'm hoping that they're just gonna be like, yeah, you know what? If it's just like a minute shorter or a minute longer, a couple minutes longer here and there, we're not gonna care, because you know what? You do what you need to tell the story you want to tell this episode. Or maybe they're just gonna be like, oh, yep, the first one's gonna be the only one that's longer and the rest of them are gonna be 32 minutes.
agree with you for that exact reasoning, but like I'm fine if it's like 10 minutes shorter or 10 minutes longer.
Yeah. Like I don't,
Like if they decide that just for whatever reason the fourth episode is an hour and a half long, that's fine with me. Like
I just
I know what you mean. Like you kind of want to know going in, like, okay, this is gonna be about 40 minutes.
Yeah. But yeah, like a couple minutes here and there deviation isn't going to be that big of a deal. But no, honestly, this is up there with when I like shows I like. I think this is like a genre that like I don't get enough of. Same with like Jack Ryan. There's like that fills the void of like the genres I don't see enough of. Mm-hmm. So like I love Westerners. Don't get enough of those. So
yeah,
Westerns and Star Wars. Ooh, actually, while I was watching it kind of reminded me of Firefly a little bit.
A little bit.
Space Western.
You know what I really liked about this? I like that the planets that we've been to are not a sand planet or a jungle planet or a snow planet. Like I like that they just look like, you know what I mean? Like they don't have like a theme to them.
I see.
You know
They're just a planet.
It's just a planet. Yeah.
With those geomes. Geomes?
Sure. I like that
biomes.
Oh, okay. I like that the planet we were on for the first two episodes was muddy.
Yeah.
Like that was kind of like the main characteristic of it. And I was like, okay, I like that. The place that he goes to get the bounty, it just looks like a regular old town. It could be on any planet. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. Like it's not such a like unique looking planet.
No. I like that a lot.
I agree with that. Yeah. Stepping away from the whole grandiose backdrops.
Yeah.
Also the scene transitions in this, they've stayed from the like.
Oh, you mean the wipes?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Some of them are wipes. Some of them are like weird. I think one of them was like weird swirl. It was very jarring. It took me out. I laughed immediately.
Yeah. Do you have any other thoughts on Mandalorian?
No, actually, I noticed the artwork for this show
because they do concept art over the credits.
Mm-hmm. Sure the Mandalorian doesn't have a cape, and I'm so glad that they kept the cape, or they added the cape.
Capes are so cool, man.
Well, he just looks so weird without it. But no, I think I'm really excited for this show. I'm sad there's only 8 episodes, but I'm glad they're not trying to like squeeze out 13 episodes like they did with the Marvel TV series on Netflix. What are you? Any final thoughts?
Not really. Like Victor, I don't know if you know this. I'm not a Star Wars guy. And not that this has like sold me on it. Like I'm a huge Star Wars fan now, but like I'm excited about the next episode. I'm wanting to get to know this character more. Mm-hmm. So I'm pretty pumped for the show, but it's just a good show, and it's nice that we've gone back to simple plot. I hope this starts a trend because I'm tired of all these shows and movies coming out where they're just like, okay, here's everything you need to know, and you have to like read a comic series before you get into the movie so you know what's going on.
Ugh. I really hope that like this is kind of a standalone thing. Like this won't. I mean, it'd be kind of cool if this gets referenced in the movies at some point, but like, I don't want the movie to bleed into this, like the new trilogy to kind of bleed into this somehow.
No, I don't need that either.
Yeah.
Yeah. I want the simple plots again.
The small warehouse.
Where it's locked down. They're just trying to figure a way out, man.
While they're being hunted.
No, but I was thinking about that as we were watching like Terminator. Was Terminator last week?
Yes.
Sure. Like the original movie was just such a simple plot, and that's why it works so well. It's just this guy's from the future. He's coming to kill you. Run. Great. Like you don't need a bunch of crazy things happening, CGI explosions. Just simple stuff.
Agreed. Anyways.
Yeah. So Mandalorian, Victor, I take it you're gonna check out episode 3 and beyond.
Yeah, so they're releasing every Friday now.
Yeah, that's what you said.
It's bullshit. I could have finished the season by now.
You know what? All those younger millennials and what's the new generation called?
Gen Z, Gen Y,
Gen Y, whoever. This is what it was like growing up. You have no idea how hard it is to wait for an episode weekly.
Don't they still do that with TV though?
Yeah, but who watches TV anymore?
Right.
You have no idea how hard it was to watch Lost and then have all these like crazy questions dropped in the last 5 minutes only for them not to be answered. And you have to wait a week. And then sometimes you'd have to wait 8 months for the next season to come back. It was awful.
But then there's like that 1 month break in between because they take that hiatus.
Yeah.
Bullshit.
Yeah. And they always drop it like a huge twist. And
They have like
have a Merry Christmas. And then they
some
take
stupid
off.
sports team has to play like some big other sports team. It's like, oh, we can't not watch them. So we just won't air an episode this week so you guys can watch football. Fuck out of here.
Or yeah, you go to watch the episode and then they're like, oh, actually it's the State of the Union tonight. So I know you're not American, but you don't get to watch Lost. Sorry.
Oh, just suck my union. Give me my episode of Lost.
Yeah, this is what it was like. But you know what? You got to talk about it every week. You'd go and meet your friends. You'd have certain friends who were the only reason you were friends with them was because they watched the same shows as you.
Yeah.
That's the only reason you talked to them. And you'd be like, did you see what happened? Can you believe it?
And you got that one friend that doesn't watch, and it's just like, dude, just he's gonna watch. He's gonna watch it, but it's like he's never caught up with you guys, so you can't say anything.
Yeah,
despite like 90% of you have seen it.
And just like you have to talk in code, and they're like, wait, what does that mean? What's the black smoke? And you're like, ooh, just wait till season 2.
And then you got that one friend that's just terrible at codes. Are you there? You remember when they killed that dude with the eye patch? Oh, sorry, I meant the guy with like the silver gun.
You know, the Russian guy.
The Russian guy. Dude, he's just Russian. I don't know. What's the code?
Yeah. Yeah, I think I'm going to watch all of it. Mm-hmm. I liked it.
Also, there's a lot of talks online how like Disney Plus bring back piracy. There's too many exclusives. Paying for Netflix, Amazon Prime, HBO, Crave. Is Crave and HBO the same thing?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. I got this is going to go back to like, oh, you got cable, basic cable, but do you want to watch all these shows? You got to buy this package and then this package and then this package for sports. This is obviously history repeating itself. TV programs, streaming services. I wonder what the next step is to get us away from streaming services.
That's a good question.
Rather than paying for all these services, what if you just be able to pick the shows you want to watch and pay $10 a month?
Yeah, but I'm going to be an old man and be like, no, physical media. I need my Blu-rays.
Just fucking deliver it to you. You have to like 3D print it out.
Yeah. I need my laser disc.
Compact discs.
So Disney Plus, all in all, would you recommend it to anyone? I take it you're happy with it so far. I mean, it's only been a few days.
Honestly, I'm only in it for The Mandalorian.
Right now?
Yeah. There's a lot of stuff on like my roommate and his girlfriend were very interested in the list. Mm-hmm. So clearly I'm kind of out of the norm when it comes to the service.
Yeah.
I don't care for the nostalgia stuff on there because I never watched that shit I never watched those movies and shows as a kid. I watched other terrible movies and terrible shows. But yeah, I think there's a lot of content on there for people to draw nostalgia from, so.
And I mean, they're slowly going to start doing original content. Like, they have a few movies on there that are exclusive to the thing, and then Mandalorian, and then there was a show we didn't talk about. I started watching. Can't remember what it's called, but it's like basically it's a documentary series that goes behind the scenes of the Disney parks.
Oh, I know the one you're talking about.
Yeah. So they have like original content and stuff like that. I didn't check out any of the National Geographic stuff, but like I imagine
Imagineering, I think is the one.
Imagineering, yeah.
Yeah.
But I imagine the National Geographic stuff that would be enough for some people.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, there's like a lot of like animals and nature documentaries on there. Like I said, there's a lot of good stuff on there. I think The Simpsons is like the equivalent of like Friends on Netflix.
Kind of, yeah. Yeah. I would recommend it, I think. Like, it really depends. Like, if you have kids, definitely.
Oh, yeah.
For sure. it's got so much more content on it than like Netflix does. Like Netflix has a lot of TV shows for kids, but like
it's Disney.
Yeah, it's Disney. Yeah.
So, yeah, I think they're off to a pretty good start.
I like it. I'm looking forward to more original content.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, that's been our breakdown, our thoughts on Disney Plus. Let us know what you think, what shows you're looking forward to watching, and if you want to get in touch with us directly, you can email us at averageuninformed@gmail.com. Yeah, we'll talk to you next week
About something. I don't know what.
I'll figure it out. Bye.
Bye.